Welcome to this comprehensive presentation on myology, angiology, and neurology, presented by Dr. Mansi Mehra from GNP Sir Classes. Let's dive into the fascinating world of muscles, blood vessels, and nerves. Muscles can be classified in various ways. Based on color, we have red and white muscles. According to fiber direction, we have parallel, pinnate, and unipinnate muscles. Examples include the biceps brachii and pavonus tertius. Muscle fibers can be arranged in spiral, cruciate, and other patterns. The force of action also varies, providing different functions like acceleration and stabilization. Examples include the brachialis and flexor-carpi radialis. Fascia is a dense connective tissue that keeps muscles in position. Bursa and sheaths are fluid-filled sacs that reduce friction between muscles and bones, ensuring smooth movement. The forelimb muscles are categorized into superficial and deep layers. These muscles play crucial roles in the movement and stability of the forelimb. The shoulder and arm muscles include the deltoid, biceps brachii, and triceps brachii. These muscles are essential for various arm movements and shoulder stability. The knee joint has both medial and lateral aspects, each with specific muscles and ligaments that contribute to its stability and movement. The forearm and hand muscles are divided into extensor and flexor groups. These muscles are responsible for the intricate movements of the hand and fingers. The hind limb muscles, including the hamstrings and quadriceps, are vital for locomotion and support. They are categorized into superficial and deep layers. The lateral aspect of the hind limb features muscles like the pavonus longus and gastrocnemius, which are crucial for movement and stability. The anterior aspect of the hind limb includes the quadriceps femoris, which covers the front of the femur and is essential for knee extension. The posterior medial aspect of the tibia and fibula includes muscles like the gastrocnemius and soleus, which are important for calf movement and stability. The diaphragm is a key respiratory muscle, while the neck muscles support head movement and stability. These muscles are essential for breathing and posture. The face and head muscles are small but crucial for expressions and movements. They include the orbicularis, oris, and masseter, among others. The tail muscles, such as the sacrococcygeus, are important for balance and movement in animals. They are arranged in a specific pattern for optimal function. Cardiac muscle contraction is regulated by the vagus nerve and sympathetic system. The heart structure includes a fibrous framework and small triangular bones that support its function. The pericardium is a double-walled sac that encloses the heart. It consists of the parietal and visceral pericardium, with a space in between filled with fluid to reduce friction. The heart has distinct borders and surfaces, including the transverse and longitudinal grooves, which help demarcate different regions of the heart. The right atrium includes structures like the sinus venosus and vena hemiazygos. It plays a crucial role in receiving deoxygenated blood from the body. The coronary veins open at the coronary sinus, and the fossa ovals marks the site of the foramen ovale. The atrium wall features pectinate muscles, which aid in its function. The right ventricle is a thick-walled conical chamber. It contains the conus arteriosus, a pouch that funnels blood into the pulmonary trunk. The trabeculae carneae and moderator band are key muscular structures here, aiding in efficient blood flow. The left atrium is larger than the right and receives blood from 4 pulmonary veins. It has a smaller left AV orifice and a larger appendix. The pectinate muscles are fewer, and the fossa ovals appears as a faint depression. The left ventricle has the thickest wall among all heart compartments. It features the interventricular septum and is supplied by the left and right coronary arteries. The trabecular structure is similar to the right ventricle, and it contains the left AV opening with bicuspid valves. The right coronary artery is smaller and originates from the right side of the aortic sinus. Coronary veins drain blood from the heart walls, with the great coronary vein receiving blood from both ventricles and the left atrium. Cardiac muscle fibers consist of cylindrical cells joined by intercalated discs. The pulmonary trunk leaves the heart at the conus arteriosus and bifurcates into the right and left pulmonary arteries. The ligamentum arteriosum is a remnant of fetal circulation. Different animals have unique heart structures. For example, the heart of a horse is situated at the level of the second to sixth ribs, while the heart of a rabbit has a conical shape with separate subclavian arteries. Each species has distinct anatomical features. Systemic circulation involves a network of veins and arteries that transport oxygenated blood from the left atrium to the body and return deoxygenated blood to the right atrium. This system includes various branches and end arteries that supply specific body parts. Anatomical true end arteries do not form precapillary anastomoses, leading to tissue death if blocked. Functional end arteries have limited anastomoses. The aorta is the main artery, originating from the heart and supplying blood to the body. The heart's coronary arteries include the left coronary artery, right coronary artery, circumflex artery, and left anterior descending artery. These arteries supply blood to the heart muscle, ensuring its proper function. The brachiocephalic trunk in dogs and pigs includes the ascending aorta, aortic arch, and descending aorta. It supplies blood to the upper limbs, head, and neck, branching into the right common carotid and subclavian arteries. The brachiocephalic trunk is the first branch of the aortic arch, supplying the upper limbs, head, and neck. It detaches the left subclavian and right axillary arteries, continuing as the bicarotid trunk in dogs and pigs. In oxen and horses, the brachiocephalic trunk branches into the right and left subclavian arteries and the right and left carotid arteries. This trunk supplies blood to the head and upper limbs. The carotid artery branches into several smaller arteries, including the internal and external carotid arteries. These branches supply blood to various parts of the head and neck, ensuring proper circulation. The axillary artery, also known as the subclavian artery, gives off several branches at the thoracic course and continues as the brachial artery. It supplies blood to the thoracic region and upper limbs. The median artery is the distal continuation of the brachial artery. It passes downward along the radius and ulna, dividing into the radial and ulnar arteries, supplying blood to the forearm and hand. The descending aorta includes the thoracic and abdominal portions. It branches into several arteries, including the bronchial, esophageal, and intercostal arteries, supplying blood to various organs and tissues. The internal iliac artery supplies the pelvic viscera and pelvic wall. It branches into several arteries, including the umbilical, vesicular, and uterine arteries, providing blood to the pelvic organs. The external iliac artery continues as the femoral artery, supplying blood to the hind limbs. It branches into the deep circumflex iliac, caudal femoral, and saphenous arteries, among others. The popliteal artery is a continuation of the femoral artery, passing between the heads of the gastrocnemius muscle. It divides into the cranial and caudal tibial arteries, supplying blood to the lower leg. The brain's blood supply includes the rete branches of the maxillary and vertebral arteries. These arteries form a network that supplies blood to the brain, ensuring its proper function and health. The circle of Willis is a crucial arterial structure at the brain's base, helping to equalize blood pressure and maintain blood supply across different brain regions. Fetal circulation is a unique system that ensures the developing fetus receives oxygen and nutrients through the placenta, bypassing the lungs. Veins play a critical role in returning deoxygenated blood to the heart, with key veins like the cranial venous sinus and internal jugular vein being essential for brain and neck drainage. The lymphatic system, including the cisterna chyli and thoracic duct, is vital for transporting lymph and maintaining fluid balance in the body. The portal system is a unique venous system where blood flows through two capillary beds before returning to the heart, crucial for nutrient and waste exchange. Neurology involves the study of neurons and their classifications, including unique types like amacrine neurons and the central nervous system's role in transmitting signals. The meninges are protective coverings of the brain and spinal cord, consisting of the dura mater, arachnoid mater, and pia mater, each with specific functions. The pia mater is a delicate membrane that closely invests the brain and spinal cord, with structures like the telechoroid and lamina splendens playing key roles. The denticulate ligament and cerebrospinal fluid, CSF, are crucial for spinal cord stability and nutrient transport, with CSF circulating through the brain's ventricles. The brain structure is complex, with regions like the prosencephalon and mesencephalon developing into various critical brain parts, each with specific functions. The cerebrum is the brain's largest part, with regions like the basal ganglia and amygdaloid nucleus playing roles in movement and emotion regulation. The brain's surface features fissures and layers of gray matter, each with specific roles in processing information and controlling functions. White matter consists of myelinated fibers that connect different brain regions, while olfactory bulbs are involved in the sense of smell. The lateral ventricles and corpus callosum are key brain structures, with the corpus callosum facilitating communication between the brain's hemispheres. The interbrain and midbrain contain important structures like the thalamus and cerebral aqueduct, which are involved in sensory processing and movement control. The hindbrain, including the cerebellum and medulla oblongata, is essential for coordinating movement and regulating vital functions like breathing. The spinal cord extends from the brain to the lower back, with regions like the conus medullaris and cauda equina playing roles in nerve signal transmission. White matter in the spinal cord contains nerve fibers that transmit sensory and motor signals, organized into tracts for efficient communication. Cranial nerves are essential for sensory and motor functions, with specific nerves responsible for different tasks like vision and facial movement. Spinal nerves, including cervical and phrenic nerves, are crucial for transmitting signals between the spinal cord and the rest of the body, enabling movement and sensation. The brachial plexus is formed by the convergence of the ventral rami of the 6th, 7th, and 8th cervical and 1st and 2nd thoracic spinal nerves. It is positioned between the thoracic wall and medial surface of the shoulder, specifically targeting the muscles of the forelimb and skin of the forelimb and neck. The lumbosacral plexus is formed by the ventral rami of the 4th, 5th, and 6th lumbar spinal nerves, along with the 1st and 2nd sacral spinal nerves. It is located at the ventrolateral aspect of the lumbar transverse processes and supplies the muscles and skin of the thigh, hind limb, and caudal lumbar region. The pudendal nerve is formed by the union of the ventral primary branches of the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th sacral spinal nerves. It provides branches to the sphincter ani externus and divides into several branches that innervate the skin and muscles of the perineal region. Different animals have unique nervous system structures. For example, horses have elongated brains and larger olfactory bulbs, while dogs have a highly variable brain size according to breed. Pigs have a broad cerebellum and a large number of spinal nerves. In dogs, the brain is wider and thicker compared to other domestic mammals. They have 36 to 38 pairs of spinal nerves, and the superficial nerves of the metacarpal, metatarsal regions are designated as common digital nerves. Fowl have pear-shaped cerebral hemispheres devoid of gyri and sulci. Their cerebellum is well organized, and they have 40 to 41 pairs of spinal nerves. The optic nerve in fowl is notably thick. Ophthalmology is the study of the eye and its structures, including the nasolacrimal duct, lacrimal glands, cilia, palpebral muscles, periorbital structures, and conjunctiva. The extraocular muscles control the movement of the eye and are essential for proper vision. These muscles include the dorsal, ventral, medial, and lateral rectus muscles, as well as the dorsal and ventral oblique muscles. The eye consists of 3 layers: the tunica fibrosa, tunica vasculosa, and tunica nervosa. Each layer has specific functions and structures that contribute to the overall function of the eye. The cornea is the anterior part of the eye, allowing light to enter. The middle vascular tunic, or UVEA, includes the choroid, ciliary body, and iris, which provide nutrients and control light entry. The bulbar conjunctiva covers the sclera and limbus, providing a protective layer for the eye. It is essential for maintaining eye health and function. Meibomian glands are located in the eyelids and play a crucial role in tear production and eye lubrication, preventing dry eyes and maintaining clear vision. The punctum lacrymale is a small opening in the eyelid that drains tears from the eye into the nasal cavity, helping to keep the eye moist and free of debris. The nictitating membrane, or third eyelid, is a specialized structure in many animals that provides additional protection and moisture to the eye, especially in cats. The external ear consists of the auricle or pinna and the external acoustic meatus. These structures help capture and direct sound waves into the ear canal. The middle ear contains the tympanic cavity, ossicles, malleus, incus, stapes, and the eustachian tube. These components work together to transmit sound vibrations to the inner ear. The internal ear is situated within the petrous temporal bone and includes the bony and membranous labyrinths, which are filled with fluid and essential for hearing and balance. The inner ear, located in the petrous part of the temporal bone, contains the vestibule, cochlea, and semicircular canals. These structures are crucial for hearing and maintaining balance. The organ of Corti, located within the cochlea, is the sensory organ responsible for converting sound vibrations into neural signals that the brain can interpret as sound. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to GNP Sir Classes official channel for more informative content.